Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here taking a look at Retro City Rampage DX. This is a bit of a retro kick for me in two reasons. For one, I'm actually a fan of retro games. People might look at me and say, oh, you were born in 1993, how can you be a fan of anything before the Nintendo 64? I say, shut the hell up, I have actually beaten Castlevania 1. Took me so much effort and so many retries, but I've beaten Castlevania 1. I love me some old arcade games and stuff like that. Second reason this game's nostalgic is because this is actually one of the very first videos I ever did that critiqued a game, and although that video was terrible, I still stand by that as my starting point. So anyway, we're just going to have a look at the settings real quick. Nice thing here, you can actually change the game version from the DX version, which has been rebalanced to be a bit easier and a bit more forgiving, back to the original Retro City Rampage version. So if you like your games being really hard, you can come and change it back here, because this game is, although some might call this game an update, or at least update worthy, this is actually a brand new version of the game that costs $9, $10 with a PlayStation Plus discount. So, I'm here to determine whether or not the upgrade is worth it, and or whether or not you should actually buy this game just outright, you know, even if you haven't played it before. But anyway, we'll just take a look around at the settings first. One thing I like here, you actually have a jukebox. There are a ton of different retro tracks in this game, and it's kind of great, because you can come here and listen to all of them. And there's so many different types of them, it's kind of great. You've also got a ton of different settings you can turn on here. I don't know why you can turn on cop coin drops. That's a bit of an oddity. Not entirely sure why you can turn that off. Maybe it's some sort of censorship thing. You can also turn up the brightness of the background and the music and the sound effects. And yeah, there's a ton of different options here you can play around with. You can also even change what type of color scheme you have, which is kind of great. Because look at that. PC DOS CGA. That is great. How many of these do you see? PC DOS MDA. This actually reminds me more of the Apple II, but nevertheless. Pocket handheld, brick handheld, virtual burn. It's kind of insane. I love it. I love it. You can even change the TV that the game's being displayed in. I'll set it to arcade cabinet just so you can see what I mean. You can even change the zoom level. And the guy says that 3x zoom in was actually inspired by the Vita, which is kind of great. You've also got controls, which just tell you the controls. You can also change the what's it called, the vehicle steering controls by automatic or manual, so you can make it either point in the direction you want to drive, or you can make it so you've got the accelerator and you have to turn and all that, which is kind of great. You've also got how to play, which is basically the game's manual embedded in the game, and as I've said before, I quite like that. You've also got all your trophies here. You've got online leaderboards for all the levels and all the rampages, and you can even watch video replays of rampages that you've done. So let's just load one up and watch it. So yeah, you can actually watch a replay of you just basically going nuts and destroying crap, which I quite like. My game has just gone and... oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's weird. I have a feeling this might be a bit of a problem, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to go straight into the story mode. I haven't done that much of it, but I have actually played a fair amount of this game before. So I know most of what's coming up. And wow, I've hit no valid data again. Give me just 1 second. I'll have to turn on interlace mode in order to get this to work properly. Alright, yeah, we got it working now, but unfortunately I appear to have been limited to 30 frames a second for some reason. Oh well, this game actually runs at 60 and it runs great at 60. I haven't noticed that many performance drops. But, you know, it's just something we have to do. This whole street takes part in a mission that's basically one gigantic reference to Paperboy, and I quite like that. I'm going to steal this bike. And it appears the TV mode I selected didn't actually come up, so let's go and actually change that. Again, okay, so TV simulation mode. We'll make it the UHF. Still didn't come up. Wait, do I have to zoom it out? You know what? Screw it. Never mind. I'm just wasting time. So, we are the player. And this is a world that is literally full of references to old games. Like, for example, if I bring this up here, fresh trims, or it's actually a reference just to the 80s in general, considering, you know, fresh trims. I'll just run over a cop on my way out, not a problem. You might have noticed the new heads-up display. It's actually a lot nicer than the old heads-up display because it doesn't take up the entire bloody screen. You know what, while I'm on my way to this mission, I'm going to go play this challenge mode here. So there are challenges in this game. These challenges often tell you to do specific things. They're basically like Rampages in the old Grand Theft Auto games though, where you're given a goal, a weapon, and you're told to go do shit with it. And usually it's in the case of getting a high score. So as you can see here, the challenge here is to kill a lot of crap while not actually being invincible from my own rocket blasts. So as you can see here, I just went around for 30 seconds, blew the crap out of crap, and yeah, I got a high score. So, and spawned the leaderboards. This game's Rampages are probably the best part about it, mainly because of how bloody cool some of the goals are sometimes. One of the goals is literally to blow the shit out of yourself and throw yourself as far as you possibly can across the level, and it's a really, really fun Rampage to do. I'm going to set my personal waypoint here. Touchscreen controls too, which is actually quite nice. You can also change the radio station. Seriously, the amount of chiptunes in this game is just fantastic. I love most of it. And there's even some stuff to go find along the way, like, is there an arcade around here somewhere? Yes there is actually. I'm going to go down to that arcade and actually show off some of the stuff you can find in here. The game itself is Trek Wars, the search for Ock. Ernest gets rabies? Seriously? But anyway, we're going to hop off at Nolan's arcade here. Jump over my bike, and we'll go have a look at one of the retro games that they include. Yes, this is quite literally a retro demake of Bit Trip Runner, to be exact. It's kind of insane. There is a lot of stuff to find in this open world. A lot of small references, a lot of challenges, a lot of sprees. You can actually go and do the challenges and the sprees, like, you don't even have to go looking around for them. There is actually a free roaming mode, which lets you go and run around the world and all that. But I won't bother showing that off, because it's pretty obvious what it is. And trust me, this gets devilishly hard later. I never finished this in the original game, it was just that difficult. I would always get to stage, like, what was it, 1-4, and I would just give up. One thing I want to draw attention to while my mind's on it is the graphics of just Retro City Rampage in general. This game looks flippin' fantastic all the goddamn time because of it moves. It might not look that great or smooth because I have to run it at 30 FPS, otherwise the Vita capture kit just throws an absolute fit. But this game looks absolutely gorgeous all the time. Even on the Vita 2000 screen, it looks goddamn amazing. Just the bright colors and the extremely smooth movement at the 60 frames per second make it look absolutely gorgeous all the time, and I absolutely adore the style. And that's enough of that. We will quit. This actually costs real in-game money to use, so yeah. But there's a bloody Epic Mealtime game. You think you wouldn't be able to make a game out of Epic Mealtime? Guess what? These guys did. And you actually get unlockable characters as well for doing this. Let's beat the crap out of some people because I feel like it on the way there. You get all sorts of different weapons. Like eventually you get flamethrowers and electric guns and all sorts of crazy crap. I wonder, is there a weapon store? Yeah, there's one just down here. I hope it's a good one. Yep, we can buy crap, so... shame, I can't buy the Bio Claw. Which is, yes, that is a reference to good old Bionic Commando. So yeah, you can spend most of this game just going around and rampaging everything you see. for no reason other than I want to and it's fun. And this game works on a twin-stick control system. Tank! This game works on a twin-stick control system while you're on foot. So you can literally just go around swirling the sticks, watching the chaos unfold, and having a ton of fun while doing it. It is absolutely goddamn fantastic. Seriously, the Rampage is the best part of this game just by far, by how much chaos you can cause in the tiniest amounts of time, and it's... nostalgic-gasmic is how I would put it. That's pretty much the best description I can come up with for Retro City Rampage. But anyway, we are actually somewhere we can take a main... or, well, we're close to somewhere we can take a main mission. So we're going to go do that and see if we can find a couple of the references. Mainly that the main character that you're helping's name is Doc Chalk, and he looks exactly like the one character you think he's going to look like. Oh, also, I should point out, the DX version of this game actually contains a prototype ROM. This game is literally an NES game. This is literally an NES ROM of a... This is literally an NES ROM. How do I drive this thing? This is literally an NES ROM. I've only ever figured out how to make this work backwards. This is... If this was on the real Nintendo Entertainment System, this would work. He literally went and made a copy of... God damn it, I cannot figure out how to drive this goddamn car. I've tried this before, and it's still pissed me off to no end. Yeah, there's no music, unfortunately, but he literally made a copy of the game that works on the NES for the Nintendo versions, and he put it into this version as well. It's... Anyway, let's go and do the mission. Dr. Von Butnick. That is so immature. Unbelievably immature, but I love it. Anyway, we are actually on a mission now. Nevertheless, I want to flame bitches. Seriously, this game shooting just feels so satisfying, even with the simplest of weapons like like pistols or shotguns or something like that. It is still satisfying as hell just to try and chain people. The trophies in this game are actually pretty simple. They're just simple goals like kill 25 people in a row while you're in a car, or shoot 4 people with 1 shotgun blast. It's literally just go and do random crap for the fun of it, and I love that. What's this say? Exotic Holon Lounge. Quantity over quality. Game design in a nutshell. Yep, you even get things like power-ups, and there's cheat walls hidden all over the place that actually have cheat codes on them, and there's small things to pick up everywhere. It's just... It boggles the mind how much he managed to fit into this one small retro action game about... Oh god, I'm burning up. And I ran into a explosive barrel, and I died. You get tips too, which is quite nice. But I'm gonna swap to an actually sensible weapon to use here. Don't. Let's give that another shot. It's nice that he gives you tips. I don't remember the game used to give you tips before. To be fair, with the amount of free updates that this guy actually... Right, I got to remember to take out those rocket enemies first before they can destroy me. I don't remember this guy actually... He did rebalance all the missions that I have played to make this game easier. I'll just dodge that. You can even do stomps on people. You can literally just jump in the air and stomp their asses. But anyway, let's bring the ape to dog shock. Which is literally just a... God damn it. It's literally just an ape on all fours, but still, I love it. And the game is so absolutely filled with references just from top to bottom to everything. It's a massive labor of love to games of this era. Some people might not like that this version has decreased difficulty. God damn crap bastards. But then again, you can always turn on the original mode, and if you bought the original Retro City Rampage, you can still go download that. This one, the original has just been taken off the store though to try and not confuse people. It's so well done. It's so well rounded. It's got a huge open world, lots of stuff to go and do. We have to summon the great Game Genie for some reason. We might as well go do that. Oh, this is going to be a long-ass drive. Most people won't like this game if they can't understand the references. When there's so many bloody references going on all over the place, it might be hard, but considering how much I love retro games, seeing even the slightest references tends to make me happy in these sorts of games. And but the amount of work that he's put into making this an enjoyable game, with the twin-stick shooting being as satisfying as it is, and all the references and lots of content, like all the different sprees that he includes and stuff like that. Oh, I guess I gotta drive there with the van too. He suffers from Meat Boy-itis. Infiltrate the impossible tower to obtain the Game Genie's codes. So let's go get his code book. I love everything about Retro City Rampage. I honestly feel it's satisfying to play. The updates to it are always welcome. The fact that he actually... You know, some people will complain that this isn't a free update, but considering he made like 2 or 3 different updates for free to this game to begin with, before he actually released this paid update version, makes me think, oh, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Oh crap. And there's a lot of challenge in some of the stuff that it does. There's a bunch of random stuff hidden all over the place. Sometimes the gameplay changes, it's just... But it really is just a ton of fun to play, even if I don't make it look that fun, because I didn't really pick that great of a place. But all the different rampages and all the things... Oh god, I don't want to go shooting this around indoors. All the references to everything. I think it's a ton of fun. I really do. It's so good. Already been to this floor. God damn it. Is that ROB? That's ROB. Yeah, that's definitely ROB. That's, yeah, that was... And that definitely said boob. This guy's quite immature. There's actually a couple of lines I'm surprised he got past the radar in this game, but... Which one haven't I been to yet? Comes highly recommended for 10 bucks. Can't really go wrong with Retro City Rampage. Where the hell haven't I been? I guess I haven't been to the top floor. God, I'm an idiot. I mean, you can literally beat the shit out of people with a guitar. Ow. Yeah, look at that. While he stands still, he plays it. That's kind of great. It isn't so much a Grand Theft Auto style game as it is just destroying everything in sight, but sometimes it's just more fun. I wonder if I can find a cheat code just for the fun of it. Just to end off this video with, see if it's anything interesting. I'll just have a look around, see if I can find anything. I'm just trying to figure out what this is. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Yes, this looks about as insane as it is. My goodness. The random crap you can stumble into in Retro City Rampage. Ooh, is this what I think it is? Mojang Land. Are you serious? I never found this in... Oh well, I died. I never actually found this in Retro City Rampage, the first game. That's insane. Actually, you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna go and... Well, first thing I'm gonna do is save the game and make sure I don't end up losing that. But the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go play free roaming mode as Steve, because sometimes they have special weapons. Unfortunately not, but you still get a bunch of stuff to use. Die. All of you people. Oh well. It's all about a game about just wreaking havoc and having fun and indulging in the references. And you know what? It's done well enough that I can't really argue with it, and I enjoy it very, very much indeed. Can even buy haircuts. It's just... I love it. I really do. Gargle Quest mouthwash. Hey. Ooh! Bioclaw! That's... Stomp on him, Bioclaw him, just for the fun of it. And this mode is even scored, so you can literally just go around and cause chaos for a goddamn hour, and yeah. Just pull along the chain of these bastards and flame the hell out of them. And dead. He has added more things like fast travel through the subway, and just, yeah, it is well worth your time if you're if you're a fan of Retro City Rampage and you're looking for a reason to replay it, pick this version up, absolutely. If you haven't played it before, this is definitely the version to pick up. It is goddamn fantastic, and I love Retro City Rampage, just as a thing. The fact that something like this can exist and it was made by one man over the course of several years really restores your faith in how special gaming can be to somebody. To make a game like this, it is absolutely fantastic in most of what it sets out to do. I just ask for more of it, because this game will be over in a couple of hours, and like 4 or 5 at least. It takes a fair bit of effort to get through this game, but yeah, I just wish there was more of it. Retro City Rampage 2 can come along any day now, and I would be more than happy to accept it. This has been Blue Maxima checking out Retro City Rampage DX. Fantastic, fantastic game. Whee! I'll see you all next time.